Hi, family. Welcome back to another episode of the Father's Joy channel. And today we are starting our love episode, and we know that you're going to learn a lot after this episode. We have with me here Pastor Hope the Tonu, and then I'll leave him to introduce his wife to us. So, Pastor, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Can you please introduce your wife to us?
All right. So, once again, I'm Pastor Hope Detono, and this is my beautiful wife, Mariam Detono.
Thank you so much for being here with us. So, can you tell us something briefly about yourself?
All right. So, ministry-wise, I'm the resident pastor of the Agape Regiment Ministry in Volta region. And we've been married for 10 years.
Wow.
I think this year will be 10 years in marriage.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. And God has blessed us with 3 beautiful girls, Anna, Darlene, and Maya. I wish they were here. All right.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So today we are starting a very educative program, and we know that with the experience you have in marriage and in ministry, you're going to bless us. And so we are very glad that you are here to share your experience with us. So I want to start with Pastor Hope. So what is love according to the Bible standard? What is love? We hear about love, some sparkling things moving in your body. Does the Bible really talk about it in that context?
All right. So I would say basically, if we want to talk about love, we are looking at a very broad topic.
Okay.
Very broad. I mean, extremely broad. At times, if care is not taken, you may get confused and get lost.
Okay.
All right. But there is a statement that the Lord made profoundly in the Bible. The Bible said that greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his fellow.
Okay.
So I believe strongly that when it comes to the topic of love, it's about laying down your life.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So in connection to that, to get a better picture of love, we have to look at the nitty-gritties around it, especially regarding the characteristics of love. Just like how when we were in school, SHS, we have what we call the characteristics of living things, where we were forced to learn some of these things, growth, irritability, whatsoever, a lot of them.
Okay.
So love has what we call the characteristics, which is very crucial according to the Bible standard. So basically, I always focus on 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verse 4 downwards, which speaks about where love is patient, kind, does not envy, is not proud, that aspect of the scripture. So when we are looking at love being patient according to the Bible, the question is, what is patience?
Okay.
So patience basically is your capacity to be able to tolerate things and without getting annoyed and angry. So, but on a broader view, love is God.
Love is God.
And I'll pause here. If my wife has something to add up to it, I think that would be beautiful.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having us on your channel. I'll add to it because love is a beautiful thing. As he's already said, God so loved the world that he gave his life to us, unto us. Okay. So let me start by saying that if you love somebody, you don't think evil of that person. Okay. We've seen situations whereby somebody will tell you, I love my wife, but just that, oh, I love my girlfriend. But just that, I think she's hiding things from me whereas she's not hiding anything actually.
Okay.
You get me? And you'll be surprised. Recently, I spoke to and interrogated somebody.
Okay.
And he was like, my wife is cheating. I was like, no, your wife is not cheating. Prove it. So anytime I'm around my wife, she quickly picks up her calls. But when I leave, like travel out, she doesn't pick calls easily. We entered the whole issue and we realized that anytime he was around, he was always helping the wife.
Okay.
That hence allowing the wife to always be free to operate with the phone.
Okay.
But anytime he's away, he struggles or she struggles to take care of the kids all by herself and cooking and stuff like that. So she's always not with the phone.
Okay.
So do you say that your wife is, excuse me to say, cheating on you?
Okay.
That was how he concluded. So love is a broad topic. You don't think of evil. You are always patient with your wife.
Okay.
In your relationship, you are patient. I think that is good.
So can I say that love has to do with accepting the person with their weaknesses or their shortfalls? Is it related to that?
Okay, so I would say that, you see, to the human, weakness is part of everybody.
Okay.
At times, some will want to pretend to be so perfect, which to me, no one is perfect.
Okay.
In one way or the other, there is a weakness that will show up along the line. But you see, when we look at love in a broader view, it becomes like a very unique ingredient that helps us relate with people well. And the quality of your life will depend also upon the love that is flowing into you and flowing out of you. Yes. It's a dual thing. It must come in and leave.
Okay.
In and out. As you receive, you give. Yes.
Okay.
But when your focus is only on the receiving, you start having problems because your expectations will be higher than what you see.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of people start having issues with love here and there. Start hearing comments and things. It's because of the expectations, and it's also because of what is the quality of love that is living inside you.
Okay.
So what you don't have, you cannot give. Yes.
Okay. Wow. I like the in and then the out. The amount of what you have in is what you'll be able to give. Meaning, if you don't have much love, you'll not be able to give it out. And as you receive love, you must also extend it out. All right. So now we've gotten to know the love according to the biblical standard. That is, love is patient, love is kind, love is not boastful, and the like. So what can you say about the world standard of love? How does the world see love? If Christians see love and about sacrificing, about being tolerant and all of that, what about the secular aspect, the other side? How do we also see love? How do they measure love? Because somebody will say, he doesn't love me because he didn't do this and this. He doesn't love me. There is a certain measure that sometimes Christians put on love. So if you can help us to really understand it.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let my wife start with that.
Okay.
Okay. So in our generation, the younger ones see love as sex.
Okay.
That's where they miss the whole show.
That's a big point.
Yes, they see love to be sex. So you see situations whereby a young guy proposes to a girl, and if you don't, the next thing is sex.
Okay.
So if you don't go to sleep with me, then you don't love me. So you see situations, very funny situations, whereby you just got to know the person. Less than 3 days, you've started sleeping with the person.
But
That is how the world sees sex, love now.
Okay.
Which is totally wrong.
Wow. That's a very big point. That's a big point.
all right. Also, in addition to that, you see, the church is different from the world. true love, the world cannot give. Yeah. The world will only pretend to fake something
Okay.
and package it well. And many people will start running with it as if it's love. Some are lust infatuations, like sex, like how she mentioned. You see young people, oh, we want to go and have fun. Yeah. Before you know, they started messing up. But I want to talk about real, genuine love. It's talking about life and death. It's a sacrifice. And it's not something that can be gotten on a cheaper platform. It's something that you will get when you start having a deeper walk with God.
Okay.
That is why if you are not mature in the Lord, you can hardly
Give love.
give love. Yes, you can hardly give love.
Wow. If you are not matured in the Lord, you cannot give love. And so if we measure love outside the Bible, according to sex, then we are missing it.
Yeah.
We are missing it. So what about the fact that sometimes people go into a relationship and then they put all their burdens, especially on the man. They're not yet married, but they're in a relationship, and the guy is not able to supply some of the needs that they want, especially material things, hair, beauty products, makeup, and all of that. Then they conclude that this guy doesn't love me. How can you address an issue like that? Because we have some of these things that we are battling with as youth.
Okay, so I want to advise the youth as we talk on this. There is something we call the love language, where I believe strongly that the way you are groomed in one way or the other will have a direct